So continue with the our previous sessions. So in today's session we are going to discuss on the design of machine elements. The different machine elements available in the various assembly, and our aim is to design that simple machine elements based on the various steps. The design of machine element is the most important step in the complete procedures of the machine design. In order to ensure the basic requirement of machine elements, calculations are carried out to find out the dimensions of the machine elements. These calculations form an integral parts of the design of machine elements. The basic process of the design of machine element is basically present in the 7 to 8 steps. The first step of this machine element, design of the machine element, specify the function of the elements. The design of machine elements begins with the specification of the functions of the elements. The functions of the elements are different based on the application of that elements for that particular assembly or the particular use. So example here, if you take the bearing, the function of the bearing is to support the rotating shaft and confine its motions. Another, suppose example we are given the power screw. The function of the power screw is to produce the uniform and the slow motion and to transmit the forces. Even another example, suppose if you are taken the key for joining the two elements, the transmission and the torque between the shaft and the adjoining machine parts like gears, pulley or the sprocket, it's the transmit is torque. So these are the different functions is present for the different elements. So initially you can define the proper functions of that the elements for that machine assembly. Then second step in this step is determine the forces acting on the elements. In many cases, a free body diagram of the forces is constructed to determine the forces acting on the different parts of the machines. This topic is already covered in our last semesters in the strength of materials. We are apply the forces on that any element, and based on the free body diagram we are find out the effect of the forces on that surfaces. The external and the internal forces act on the machine element, like as the external force due to the energy, power or the torque transmitted by the machine parts, then the static forces due to the dead weights, then forces due to the frictional resistance, the centrifugal force due to the change of directions, then force due to the perpendicular shape of the parts such as the stress concentrations due to the abrupt changes. So means initially you can find out the proper forces acting on the element by using the free body diagram and by using different cross section. The next step is select the suitable materials for the elements. Four basic factors which are considered in the selecting the materials are availability, cost, mechanical properties and manufacturing considerations. So these factors is importance for selection of the materials. Suppose if you use the wood as a materials for some elements, then it is difficult to casting the wood. So means based on your manufacturing process you can select the materials for that elements. So maybe the steel, maybe the plastics, maybe the wood, depends on the application where it is used, and the availability and manufacturability of that material into the product is an very importance in these factors. Then next step is to determine the failure modes of the elements. Before finding out the dimensions of the any components, it is necessary to know the type of the failure that the components fail when they put in the service. The machine component is said to have failed when it is unable to perform its function satisfactorily. The three basic types of failure are as mentions: the failure by the elastic deflections, failure by the general yielding, and failure by the fractures. So means you can find out the failure zone of its element based on the force directions and based on its applications in that systems. Then the next step is to determine the geometric dimensions of the elements. The shape of the machine elements depends on the two factors: the operating conditions and the shape of the adjoining machine elements. So this geometric dimension is depends on the aesthetic and the ergonomics of that the whole assembly of that machines. So here determine the proper geometrical dimensions of the elements based on the above methods: failure mode, suitable materials and the forces acting on the elements. You can find out the proper dimensions for that the elements. Then next step is the modify dimensions for assembly and manufactures and check design at the critical cross sections. The geometrical dimension of the machine elements are modified from the assembly and manufacturing considerations. For example, the transmission shaft is provided with the step and shoulder for the proper mounting of the gear and the bearing. Revised calculation has carried out the operating capacity. So means initially you can find out the basic geometrical dimensions, then modify that dimension as per the assembly. Suppose in some cases the dimensions for that elements is maybe this minimum, but this minimum dimension is also safe for that conditions. But for actual assembly, if you use that elements for that assembly, then the aesthetic will be disturbed. So as per the shape and as per the size, you can increase either decrease the dimensions of the elements and select the proper materials, and again modified that dimensions and study the critical cross sections. Then next step is to prepare the working drawing of the elements. This is the last step in the designs of machine elements, is to prepare the working drawing of the machine elements showing the dimensions, tolerances, surface finish grade, geometrical tolerances and special productions requirement like the heat treatments. In this working drawing must be clear, concise and complete. It must have enough view and the cross sections to all details. So means you can prepare the productions drawing and the engineering drawing of this element. So these are the initial steps for the machine elements, from the functions to the preparations of its engineering drawing. Then some consideration is required for design the machine elements, and the considerations are present in the two categories: the aesthetic considerations and the ergonomic considerations. In the aesthetics, customer attracted towards the most appealing products. External appearance is an important feature for the products. Examples: if the customers want to purchase any products from the market, then his first attractions about such product is its external appearance and the shapes. And here the two example is given: old fan regulator and the new fan regulators. Without disturbing the main functions, the modification is present in the external case of the regulator. So is in aesthetics. Then the another is the ergonomic considerations. In ergonomic considerations, ergonomic, so these are the Greek word is present, and based on these Greek words, the ergonomics is useful for the man and machine relationships, and by using the man and machine relationships, our aim is to find out the suitable dimensions for our elements. So ergonomics is defined as the relationship between man and machines and the applications of anatomical, physiological and psychological principles to solve the problems arising from non-machine relationships. The word ergonomics is coined from the two Greek words ergon, which means work, and norms, which means the natural law. Ergonomics means the natural law of the work. From design considerations, you select the suitable dimensions for your elements. The example is given: mouse size. If the mouse size is more than the hand size, then it is difficult to hold and use. Another, vehicle steering. If the such steering dimension is very small or very large, then how to control the vehicle, you can imagine it. So these dimensions of this element is based on the torque transmitting capacity, forces acting on the elements, and even the postures of the drivers. For the four-wheelers, and the steering wheel dimension is less as compared to the heavy duty vehicles. So these two consideration is very important for design the shapes and size of the elements based on the aesthetics and the ergonomic considerations. So the outcome of these lectures is based on some short answer question exercises. Student can solve this and try to solve these questions. What is the final outcome of the machine design processes? What are the basic requirements of the machine elements? What is the standardizations, and define the ergonomics? So in next lecture we are going to discuss on design the simple machine elements for the actual applications. Thank you.